Welcome back to the Course Creation Mama podcast. I'm your host, Lindsay Bowden, and oh my goodness, I am back from maternity leave. I don't even know if that's the normal way I introduce podcasts because it's been a while. It has been an amazing few months off. Lots to tell you guys, so this is just going to kind of be a recap of what happened, a little bit about the birth story if you're interested in that, and what I learned during maternity leave, and then kind of where I see this podcast and my business as a whole heading into summer and fall of 2024. So super exciting things to come. So I had a baby boy the day after Christmas 2023. I was due December 16th, so he was 10 days late. And that was a little bit of a struggle as far as like my mindset because my first baby, she was 2 days late. But I remember they told me at the hospital, okay, you're progressing very fast. If you have another baby, make sure you get here, as soon as labor starts, it's going to be fast and you're probably going to have the baby, earlier. So for some reason, I let that sink into my brain. So I was thinking that he would be either on time, like 40 weeks exactly, or earlier. So I wrapped up everything with work around December 6th, I think, was the last day of work. So really I've been off for 4 months, right? December, January, 4 months. That's kind of crazy. Now I haven't completely taken off and done nothing because I just get a little bored. I did slowly kind of start, doing things here and there. We actually just finished up a launch, but the cool thing about 2023 was I systematized, automated everything. So my team pretty much did the launch for me. We just reran a launch that I ran back in November. We did the same videos, same everything. The only thing that I had to do was turn on the same Facebook ads and then interact in the group some. And we closed at 100K revenue. Profit was about 68K after Facebook ads. So that was really exciting, and we hadn't planned to do that, but I kind of talked to Emily, my online business manager, at the beginning of, actually probably the end of February, said, I'm getting a little bored, I'm getting a little antsy, can we just rerun that launch? And she said, sure, so we did it. So that was really cool. So anyway, I'll tell you a little bit about the birth story, and then I'll go back into kind of what I've been doing since then. So as it got closer to Christmas, I really didn't want to have my baby on Christmas Day. I wanted him to have a separate birthday. And it was Christmas Day. We had a wonderful Christmas morning. And I was just praying the whole day, God, please don't let me go into labor until after today. And then after today, I'm ready. I don't want it to be a Christmas baby. And so literally at midnight, I had my first big contraction. So tons of answered prayers there. I kind of started feeling weird around 8 p.m., some light cramping, and I thought, this might be something. It might just be Braxton Hicks. I don't know. But at midnight, I said, okay, it's go time. This is it. So we actually had a home birth. Maybe I need to do an episode on that. I am a pretty crunchy mama. If you don't know what that is, I just really want to live naturally and as holistically as possible. So I knew that I wanted to have a natural, home birth, and it was wonderful. It was amazing. It was really hard going from a full hospital epidural birth with my first to completely natural. We did have our midwife there, and she brought another midwife with her to help out. And my midwife was amazing, and I couldn't have gotten through it without her. And it was a long labor. I labored for 12 hours. Yeah, because he was born at 8:21, and I really started kind of feeling funny around 8. So probably 8 hours of like active feeling like heavy contractions, 12 full hours of like the whole thing. So it was a long night, but we made it through. He was born in our room, in my husband and I's bedroom, in a birth tub, and it was just incredible. I got to pick him up out of the water and hold him. And anyway, if you are interested in learning more about home birth, maybe I'll do an episode on that, but you can always shoot me a DM on Instagram. I love to chat about that kind of thing. So we had a home birth, and for the next few days, I really tried to rest and stay in bed because I did not do that with my first, and I had a lot of trouble healing after my first baby. So really prioritized resting and eating well, and it helped so much. I feel great. I was able to, get back into activities faster with this one. Just felt stronger, didn't have as much anxiety. So very, very happy with the decision that we made to birth at home and to really prioritize resting, which is hard with a 4-year-old, but luckily my husband is at home. And we have lots and lots of support from my parents. They help with my daughter. They actually took her after my son was born. They let her spend the night at their house for a few days, which was really nice. So it was a wonderful birth experience. Really hard, I'm not gonna lie. It wasn't like pain-free or anything. It was painful and hard, and a lot of times I thought, I can't do this, but God got me through. I was listening to praise and worship and praying, and it was like an out-of-body experience is the only way I can describe it. And I would totally do it again. But I think we're done having kids. But if we were to have another kid, I would totally do another home birth. So anyway, since then, we have just been soaking up all the snuggles and kind of adjusting to life with 2, which has been a lot. Going from 1 to 2 has been way harder than 0 to 1. Just having to manage like my daughter in preschool and her activities, and a little bit of jealousy from her, not being used to having a sibling for 4 years, and now mommy's attention is divided. So it's been an adjustment, but she's doing great and we're doing great. My son is starting to sleep longer, which has immensely helped me. He slept 7 hours last night. He has slept 8 before. This is really just in the past week. Before that, he was waking up 2, 3, 4 times a night. So in the past week, I feel like I've really gotten my sanity back a little bit. So it's perfect timing because now I can kind of jump back into some things. I'm still going to take it easy. I'm only working during his naps. And on Mondays, my mom comes over and helps for a couple of hours. So that's like my bulk of work. So not working really outside of that. But my work is almost my hobby, and it's kind of my creative outlet. So it's nice to be able to kind of have something other than just newborn life. So what did I learn over maternity leave? Well, I really had to learn to slow down. Like I said, with my first, I was walking, 3 miles around the neighborhood at day 3. Not a good thing. My body really, it took a toll on my body. I didn't know. No one told me until my midwife was like, why didn't your OB tell you that wasn't okay? So I really rested and slowed down, which is not my personality at all. And just learning to be present. And I think because we're pretty sure that this is our last baby, knowing that this is the last time I'm going to have a 1-month-old. This is the last time I'm going to have a 2-month-old. I want to soak it all in. I want to remember everything. I want to have contact naps where I just rock him the whole nap instead of rushing to work, which is what I had to do with my first. And, there's a time and a place for everything. I had to do that with my first because I wanted to stay home with her. And so that's when I was building my business. So even though I do wish that I could have been more present with her, I also am glad for that time because that is how we are living this life now. So no mom guilt to anyone. You're doing the best that you can. And I know I'm super blessed to be able to stay home, for my husband to be able to stay home, and for us to have a support system with our family. Trust me, I know we're very blessed, very privileged. I know this is not possible for everyone or even many people. So slowing down. Also, as I was slowing down and kind of taking my mind off work, it actually gave me space to think about a lot of new ideas. So giving myself time to rest actually helped me with my business even more instead of just work. I also spent a lot of late nights on Instagram scrolling reels. So I did a lot of market research, and that's kind of going to tie into where I see this business heading in the future. And yeah, lots of late night nursing sessions on Instagram showed me that different things are working right now than were working in the past. So I'll just go ahead and move into that section. So where I see myself, this business, this podcast heading as we go into the end of season 1, and then we'll take a break for the summer and then hop back in for season 2. So what I saw was a lot of smaller ticket offers for digital products that were being sold either through Facebook ads or through Instagram Reels that was connected to ManyChat, which is an automated direct messaging feature. So I know you've seen this if you're on Instagram, where someone has a reel and they say, all right, comment me if you want this guide or this whatever. And when you comment me, you get an automated DM. So that's not that person actually DMing you. That's ManyChat, or there's other ones out there. And man, those things are blowing up. It really blows up, because when you have so many people commenting, then Instagram says, oh, this is getting so many comments, like, let me boost this post. And then also, it's all automated. So you're not having to do anything once you set it up, other than make the reels. Now, Facebook ads, once you get those set up, they're completely done, and you just run the same ad over and over to new people. But with Instagram, it's not completely passive, because you're having to make new reels every day. But I'm seeing reels that are just people videoing themselves while they're cooking dinner, or while they're walking their baby, or while they're walking. So not super curated anything. It's just kind of B-roll. So as I was thinking about that, and thinking about, bigger courses and memberships versus these smaller ticket items, I really kind of want to move more towards expanding this podcast and my business to all digital products, and not just courses and not just memberships. I really think that other types of digital products are really important right now too. So as I finish out this season, and especially the last episode of this season, I will be talking about that, and I'll be talking about digital product ideas and what to expect from season 2. So make sure that you stick around for that. That's going to be the last episode of this season. So anyway, I just wanted to say I'm glad to be back. I missed everyone. I know you guys have still been hearing from me every week, but I pre-recorded all of those back in November, so it's been a while. And yeah, I just am excited to see where this business goes. And so I will see you guys next week.